rolling.
Let's see how you do under pressure.
Boom, +2.
Give them a name to remember.
We're about to get back out there and kick some.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
They are fired up here.
Yeah. Let's see how you do under pressure.
You're watching Intense, brought to you by Visit Sandy Springs. Welcome to a crisp spring night in Atlanta, Georgia, where hot Atlanta weather hasn't arrived, but this place was on fire last night. Inside Assembly Yards at Stage 5, the 2026 season opening debut occurred yesterday, and boy, was it rocking. We come back tonight for 2 more arcs, and what a great crew we have with us. I'm J.Y. Obona, Nick Monroe, Maria Mateus, and Nick, you got to experience this a little bit earlier today. What are your thoughts so far?
It's amazing. I mean, having the Challenge Series team, we played against some of the pros, and we got the W, and just feeling the energy of it, you know, having the 3 men and the 3 women on the same team. I mean, everyone was so juiced up, and we got it done.
And everything that's about this format that is so different than traditional tennis, Nick got to experience it firsthand. The 2 men's singles bolts, 2 women's singles bolts, all 3 doubles formats. 1 point, but then 2 points for a clean winner. The substitutions unlimited throughout, and the coaches with the timeouts. And Maria, we got to see everything in full force last night and how much that impacted the results. We started off with the Fortune versus the Outriders. What happened there?
Amazing opening night. The Outriders were so far ahead at the beginning. They led by 19 and then 9 with 8 minutes left to go. The Fortune really picked up their energy, and we saw the 1 serve make a difference there at the end with some missed serves, and then they just really ended it off insane.
Yeah, and the doubles, this is where you can really pick up a lot of points, because the volleys, that's where you're going to get 2 points if you hit a winner. So if you're taking over the net, that's what'll get you the W.
Clean winner on the final point, absolutely incredible. Led us in the altitude going on to the freeze, and boy, was that a one-sided night.
Altitude just really ran away with it. Freeze had nothing to do. Altitude's energy, everyone on the bench, the team, it was insane last night.
Yeah, this was so amazing, getting up for that drop shot there. What a shot by Emma. And then Stice here in singles. He was all over the court. He was moving side to side, finding winners everywhere, getting those 2 points. And how about this shot? Carousel comes in, Stice hits the slice for the winner. I mean, unbelievable movement from this Auburn Tiger.
3rd round pick, but I think he's going to be seeing a lot more court time after his performance last night. His coach was very happy. And when we come back, we got 2 more excited coaches as they get their season debut. The Sting versus the Rise. Stay with us, and we'll be back soon. Welcome back, everybody, as we're getting for opening night number 2 of the Intense League 2026 season here in Atlanta, Georgia. Sting versus the Rise are coming up, and we get to introduce the 4th member of our team, Kelly Kroll, who's courtside with Tanya Sosnutskaya.
The #1 overall pick for the women, who will be starting season number 2 with Team Sting. You were part of season number 1, though. How different does it feel so far for you, T?
I mean, first of all, I'm just very proud of the organization in itself. I'm very happy that we were able to have an opportunity to extend it to season 2, so much bigger, new home, 8 more teams. I feel very proud for the company and for everything that we've done in the last season. Hopefully, all the best stuff is yet to come.
Well, we're really looking forward to watching you tonight. Tell us a little bit about Team Sting. What can we expect?
Honestly, I did not expect myself to really get to know each other so well in only a week, but I feel like I'm ready to die for these people, and I'm very excited to start. I swear to God, yesterday, every single one of them was, I can't wait to get in the court and fight for y'all tomorrow.
I love it. Well, we love the team camaraderie. We can't wait to watch you play. Best of luck this season.
Thank you so much. Go Sting.
Guys?
It's a quick look at Tanya Sosnutskaya, but now let's look at the lineups. Maria, these lineups brought to us by Emory Sports Medicine. Starting off with the Sting there, who stands out to you?
For Team Sting, led by Natalia Pluskota Hamburg, we have William Nolan and Finn Merget, both Brits and teammates at Auburn, and Tatiana Sosnutskaya, which we just saw, first draft pick. She played for Team Atlanta in 2025. And for Team Rise, led by Marcos Ondruska, we have Kevin King, Georgia Tech Hall of Famer, 2025 Team Atlanta, and Carson Tanjuli, won NCAAs at UNC with her team, as well as the NCAA title in 2023.
Kevin King, the one returning player. We'll see how it goes as we send it down to the coin toss with Helmut Capistal.
It's tails. Sting to serve. You start here whenever I whistle.
And it is go time on the near side for the Rise. Kevin King gets the start. No surprise there considering his performance last year and his Georgia Tech Hall of Fame career Grand Slam experience. On the far side, we got Finn Merget, one of the biggest forehands to have ever come out of Auburn. He has his other teammate, Will Nolan, also waiting. And Nick, Maria, just how cool is it that these teammates at Auburn come back, they get to play together again?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's in tennis, you don't have a lot of team formats, and now to be able to have Intense, to be able to take that college experience and bring it into this, it's got to be special for them.
And you can see how special it means with the nerds, with the rules that we have. One serve only, he missed it, point to the other team. If you win the point, you serve, and that can trade as far back and forth as much as possible. Kevin King with the lefty action, giving it right back. It's hard in this no warm-up as they have to try to feel out their shoulder.
I do think it's so different than a normal college format, though, right? Because everyone's screaming here at all times, and it's so fast-paced with only 14 seconds in between points and only one serve. We don't have that in college tennis.
Yeah, and it's tricky with only hitting the one serve because you want to hit it good enough to where you don't get attacked on that first ball. So that's why you see some of these second serves going deep in the box and trying to pin the opponent back.
Big backhand cross-court from King, sliding. Merget couldn't defend well enough. The men will get 2 10 minutes bolts of singles. Women's will get their 2 10 minutes before we finish off with mixed doubles to finish off the night. All 3 doubles formats. There's a lot going on, and then we have a 3-2 lead for the Rise as Kevin King with another fault. Wondering how long Kevin's going to want to stay in that baseline. He loves coming forward with his size, forced it a little bit, but sometimes you want to see that from your player early on. Yeah, you could see Kevin King just trying to get to the backhand there of Finn. You know, you talked about Finn has such a big forehand, so he's trying to get to the backhand, get into the net. But just there's some nerves that we're seeing from Kevin King, especially on that backhand wing, just not having enough racket head speed to get that ball up and down, but I'm sure he'll figure it out. Maria, we saw this with the teams last night, the anticipation of this. You can practice as much as you want, but this arena is special.
No, there's no way to replicate it other than just coming out and doing it. And I think the team that can come out and learn it as quick as possible is the one that's going to be most dominant.
8 minutes remaining in this first of 2 10-minute singles bolts. 5-3 for the Sting on the far side. That's a big backhand by Merget, deep middle. You know, Nick, you've been at the biggest Grand Slams in the world. You've played at the biggest stages. How do you handle moments like this? Yeah, look, you just have to stay focused on your plan, and that's getting
deep second serve in the box. And for Finn, he's going to look to try to find his forehand. So you want to try to find what your biggest shot is. And then also, you know, what I was telling the team earlier this morning is keep your footwork moving, keep the feet moving, because when you are nervous, your feet stop. So you want to focus on the footwork and then stay aggressive.
Kevin King is going to try to find that aggressive return. He's missed a few. Finn's not going to let him. Misses that backhand just long. Let's see if King, who's got a huge lefty serve, if he finds that rhythm in the serve and volleys, +2s can rack up quickly.
I do love the Kevin King serve, especially with him being 6'3", and I want to see him looking for that heavy forehand to Finn's backhand. Try to get it above the shoulder a little bit. What an amazing shot there by Finn. Not good enough from Kevin.
And that's the danger when you come forward. If you don't hit a good volley, you give your opponent a +2 opportunity. When you hit that clean winner, you go back and you serve on the same side. 9-4 for the Sting on the far side. Another missed return, third one of the night for King.
Yeah, I'm seeing the owner of Sting, DJ Irie over there. He's pumped up for his team right now.
We noticed how much the energy from the sideline mattered for the altitude. I wonder if the Sting were watching last night. Irie as well. They're going to try to bring some of that, a little bit of nerves and calmness, as we see Matthew Terry coming in for substitution for Kevin King. Matthew Terry, the local from Kennesaw State, trying to now show some of his skills tonight.
It's so cool here to have substitutions, because in normal tennis, we don't have that. And here you have to come out and try and play your best tennis. That's unbelievable. I think that's his best tennis from Finn. But you don't know how long you're going to be on the court. If you don't play well, you're going to get pulled. You have to make every moment count here.
Yeah, and it's always interesting to see how long the coach will keep their best player in. So Finn's playing extremely well, up 13-4, make that 14-4. So, you know, you get only 12 minutes as a player, max of 12 minutes. So see how long he's going to keep Finn in there.
Well, there's 4 of them right there, but Natalie Pliskota-Hamburg, the coach for the Sting, Gonzaga leader as well, 14-4. And this is the hard part when you come in against a player that's hot like Merja, is that he's warm, he's ready to go, he's loose. Terry, he's coming in cold, and so he's gonna have to try to find some of his best tennis really quick until he'll be out. And that's the problem. You see some of the nerves stored on it when we're nervous on the forehand side. You can see how you struggle with that follow through. You're tense, you can't let it go. Spins it into the net.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you got to go for big targets. If you are nervous, keep the racket head speed up. Go for big targets in the court.
And Merjit is loose, swinging big, missed it long, but still a scary sight for the Rise, because he's feeling good, bouncing around. You can see the confidence in his body language, stepping in, trying to take that back in on the Rise. Big kick, but right off the line, Merjit steps in, and when he lets it go, ooh, that was close. As we get Juan Carlos Aguilar getting his first action of the night for the Rise. Sorry, Sting.
What I do like to see is that both teams are bouncing around on the sideline. They're encouraging their teammate, but they're also keeping themselves warm, knowing that they might be put in at any moment. And we saw it last night with the altitude. Them having such good energy just really propelled them to get that win.
One of the things I wonder, Nick, in these moments, you know, when you're really nervous, why not go really far back on the return, actually? Take big cuts. You have a little bit more space and time to see the ball, and then you start to work in after.
Yeah, I think, look, you're exactly right. You got to get your feet moving, and then you want to go for a big target. So I think even just aiming down the middle of the court early on in rallies, just get the feel of the court, get the feel of the ball, make your opponent go for something they don't want to, and then you can find your open target.
You see Terry standing a little bit farther back, gave him the opportunity to run around, hit a big forehand inside in. 17-9, Sting on the far side, Rise on the near side. Toya Bush-Harris, pulse partner for the Rise, on the sideline for her team, cheering them on.
Yeah, and it's tricky because you want to go for a big shot so you get those 2-pointers, but then that's when the mistakes can start to creep in. So keep going for bigger targets and wait till you feel good about your tennis.
Going for a little bit of serve and volley, got that toss too far forward, flattens it out, point for the Rise.
Good to see him trying to come in there, though. Juan Carlos Aguilar, he has had a lot of experience actually playing in Davis Cup for Bolivia and Canada, and he has ATP Challenger titles in doubles, so we'll see him moving forward a lot tonight, I think.
Another Bolivian in the INTENNSE, Raul Garcia as well, played last night, did not come away with a victory. Charlie Aguilar going to try to have a different outcome tonight. This looks like one of the most calm rallies we've had of the night. Misses that backhand in the net.
Yeah, and the court does play kind of slow medium, right? So it gives you time to get into the rally if you just stay patient and wait for your right opportunity.
Still a little stiff forehand from Terry.
Yeah, I feel like that's the type of rally that Aguilar wants right there. Go a little bit further behind the baseline, just extend the rally. He senses his opponent's feeling a little bit nervous right now.
We see Elijah Paritsky with a racket in his hand. Kevin King as well, both of them looking ready to go in at any moment. Unlimited substitutions at Intense, but there's no warm-up, so you got to go in. We see that in a lot of other sports, right, where you go in, substitute it, but you don't really have a great warm-up and you got to be ready. Tennis players are trying to learn that here as Aguilar is trying to learn. His backhand misses that wide.
Yeah, and it's nice that the teams have the two bikes on the sideline to kind of just keep the spin, keep the legs going before having to come in.
Kevin King back in with his third fault of the night. Trying to serve and volley. One of the things he found very successful last year was when he actually started going bigger with his serve, he was actually serving better. He was a little too tense and tight, trying to make sure he didn't miss that one serve, and it was actually worse. I think he's trying to find that again, but just needs to find the range.
I think that happens a lot when you're like, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, and then you end up missing a lot more because you're tentative. It's important to just go for it. Even if you only have one serve, it'll pay off.
And how about the pressure that you think Kevin King might feel? First round pick, biggest salary, comes with the biggest expectations as well.
Yeah, it sure does. And always, it's like, you know, when you're playing in a normal tournament, your first match at any tournament is always a little nerve-wracking, right? You're trying to get the feel of it. And so I'm sure Kevin King will start to feel the ball a little bit better here as it goes along. Oh, no.
Maybe not. Misses that serve outside of the alley. You thought that backhand passing shot down the line would get him going. Not yet. 23-16. Will Nolan, Auburn Tiger, seeing his first action. Big lefty to lefty action. Big backhand cross court, trying to find that approach. Forced error instead. He'll take that. 23-17. Sting on the far side. Last 45 seconds before a quick break, then another 10-minute singles bolt. Trying to go for that short kick wide on a court like this. When you see your opponent going back, sometimes you think on this jumpy court, you can get it to jump wide, but if you're not finding it, you got to go somewhere else. And there we see our first real changeup of the night from King. Still not successful, but even he's trying to figure out the different game styles as we have the electronic line calling from Hawkeye. So loud in here, the fans can scream and shout in these final 15 seconds as much as they want. And that's why we have the lights flash red in case you didn't hear the call. 10 seconds. Looks like Kevin's going to run this down for the final point. Kick to the backhand. He's going to miss that return wide. I think Kevin's going to be happy to have that point. Maria, what did you think about that first bolt?
You know, I think everyone started out a little bit slow. I think everyone's just trying to get their feet under them. And, you know, I trust in Kevin King. He played last year. He knows a little bit about the format. Obviously, coming again is a little stressful because he has something to back up. But I think he'll come out on top here, and I'm interested to see if he comes back in again.
Well, the Rise are going to welcome this break as they can regroup down by 6. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back. First arc of the night, Sting versus Rise. Second men's singles bolt coming up. Sting up by 6, but Nick, I wouldn't say they're playing great.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, look, there's a little bit of nerves from both teams, I felt like. You know, and I feel like now they're going to be a little bit more relaxed. They just have this little breather just to kind of take a second, you know, maybe stretch out the arms, stretch out the legs. And I think as a coach, you just want to say, hey, stick to your rhythm, just breathe and bring in your targets. You don't need to go for winners early on in rallies. Bring in the target, extend the rally, and then you'll find your spot.
Looks like Finn Murgett for Sting going to be back in, going up against Kevin King, trying to find a little bit of a rhythm. And Maria, we saw last night how important it is just within the first bolt and two, just keep it within striking distance.
Absolutely, and I think Murgett has started out really well. He has the most points for his team so far, so I don't blame them for putting him back in, and we'll see if he does what he did again.
That's one of the biggest serves King has been able to find. Big action up high over Murgett.
Yeah, I think that was smart by Kevin King to serve into the body, right? He's missed some wide and long. Just go in the middle of the box, use your body serve, and get into the net. He's got such great hands, as we see there. Little short volley. He knows how to get on top of the net.
And why are those serves so effective into the body?
Yeah, look, he's just not able to get your arms extended. I mean, Finn, he's got such a big forehand. If he's able to get that arm extended on the forehand, watch out. So if you use a little spinner into the body, not give him a lot of angle, then it's more difficult.
We can tell that King wants to find that kick wide on the deuce side. Third one missed of the night. 6th overall, so giving up a lot of free points. But if he can find it, those volleys will be racking up +2s. Finding that return, but great passing shot by Murgett. What a response.
I feel like Murgett did his homework. He knows Kevin King likes to take that backhand down the line and come in, and Finn was all over that pass.
+2, 28-21. Return into the net, took a little pace off. He said, maybe I got to be careful being so aggressive. Worked against him, 8-point lead. 8 minutes, 45 seconds in this final men's singles bolt. Women are going to be coming up next. And then all three doubles formats to finish. Big forehand force there again. He's finding it. He's loosening up.
Yeah, and that was another great body serve there by Finn. He just didn't give any angle to Kevin, and then that's why the return landed short, and Finn found his forehand.
I do think it's so key with body serves too, just to be high percentage. You know, he went for a little bit too much there, missed it long, especially starting out if you're nervous. Just go body. The returner's nervous too. It doesn't mean that if you go body, it's not a good serve.
Interesting substitution, Kevin King to come out. You throw in Matt Terry with the cold shoulder to serve. Terry was ready to go, and that's another big body serve. We've seen a lot more of those. The coaching on the sideline has really helped. Backhand approach down the line, misses it, didn't extend, 31-23. Terry standing pretty far back, gives Murgett a little bit of time to run around it, attacks him, puts him in the open stance, and misses it long.
Yeah, and Finn's at about that 7.5-minute mark, right? So he's only going to be able to go another 4.5 minutes or so before they'll have to maybe change out their singles players. So interesting as a coach of how long you leave your best players in the lineup.
Big forehand misses it wide. Terry going to try to grind out a few more points when he's on the return. On the serve, he's going to try to attack a little bit more. Two different game styles depending on if he's serving or returning. Another body serve again. You can see a clear differentiation from the first bolt to the second.
Yeah, and you can see Finn's trying to take that second serve return early, but that's why it's smart to go into the body if you feel like they're trying to get inside the court. Don't let them do it.
And there he tried to go a little bit of kick wide, and it didn't work out. Murgett was able to extend backhand down the line.
And how do you guys feel about just a big return down the middle as well? Sometimes the server is not ready for it. They might be squeezed. The returner actually might get a short ball from that.
Yeah, 100%. Just don't give them any angle if the ball's not there.
Big forehand inside out, +2.
Massive forehand. You mentioned it at the beginning of the match, how big Finn's forehand is. There it was.
Sting with a 10-point lead, biggest of the night. Goes back to serve on the deuce side. Terry going to try to go back. Deep return thanks to Maria. Great coaching. Is he going to come in? No. Slice. Terry finds the inside-out forehand. Keeping him pinned back there. That's the point Terry wants to see. Do not want to give Murgett forehand.
Yeah, that was a heavy ball there by Terry.
Short kick out wide. Gets a short forehand. A little too cute and soft, but it works out. Finds the right side. We saw that last night. Some players hitting good shots, but to the wrong side of the court and got punished for it.
I think sometimes when you hit such a good serve, you got to sprint in. I think he was a little bit too late to that, especially with these two-pointers. If you can get to the net early and you can take time away, it's more important than hitting a big ball.
Merget responsible for 26 of the team's 36 points. Time running out on his singles limit. Another deep return center.
Yeah, Terry's done a great job on that return of going a little bit further back now. He's giving himself time to get that ball deep down the middle, as you mentioned, Maria, on the return.
Doesn't get that body serve wide enough. Forehand volley, drop shot winner, +2.
Yeah, Finn feels so comfortable in those situations. He's actually one of Auburn's most decorated doubles players, and he's a doubles All-American, so he wants to be inside the court. And for a format like this, that is exactly who you want on your team.
Another forehand inside out with a big fist pump to his team, knowing that right now he feels the momentum to stretch the lead as women's singles coming up next. Interesting, tries to go backhand down the line instead of deep middle with the success he's had. And we're going to see Paritsky's first action of the night. Paritsky, the Furman alumni, brings that lefty matchup. Not aggressive enough, going to the Finn forehand.
Yeah, this is where it's tricky. You haven't been in, the entire time. So you really got to come in with the energy and get ready to have some big firepower if you're the lefty.
And what's very different in this format versus traditional tennis that we have not seen the coaches use yet is timeouts. Yeah. Each team gets 5 timeouts. They can be very effective at changing momentum, getting the coaching in, and just changing the emotion of the match, but we haven't seen either coach using them. But a lot of that is, it's their intense debut. They're also trying to feel this out. They feel the nerves of the moment as well.
And those momentum shifts are so important. In traditional tennis, we only see them with bathroom breaks or set breaks or injury timeouts. Here, they get to call them and they get to make those momentum shifts happen. What an amazing point again from Merget.
Yeah, I mean, that's been so key from Ben Merget, just to get into the net, take advantage of that backhand slice that was floating through the court there.
Paritsky trying to run around that backhand, finding that lefty forehand of backhand matchup, but Merget is letting it go. Look at that. Forehand ain't just my good side, so is my backhand.
Absolutely lacing backhands, and he came up on time, didn't he? Got close to 12 minutes. Had to pull him out, and then timeout.
And we get our first Emory Sports Medicine timeout, and we'll go into the huddle.
Let's go! Hey, great job! Great job! Great job! Yeah. Hey, just be solid. Okay, let's go. Finish this thing out, okay? Come on. Just be solid. Take your time. Okay, come on. So good! Oh, yeah.
Keep working that backhand side over here from this guy over here. Don't get him over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's no big deal. It's a start over here, right? All right, let's go, bud.
And there we see our first center line mic'd up moment of the night. We see the two differences, and one is all just great job, and the other one a lot more coaching.
Yeah, a lot more coaching. Andruska telling his partner there, hey, go to the backhand here. We'll see if he's able to do that.
16-point lead for Sting on the far side, biggest of the night. Will Nolan getting his second action, trying to go that short kick wide. This is the interesting part. Lefties are so used to playing against righties, but now we got a lefty-to-lefty matchup.
Yeah, that's where it's tricky to serve to the backhand. If you only get one serve, we're seeing both these players able to run around and find their forehand on that second serve return.
Forehand inside out, going to the backhand. Now he whips it forehand to forehand action. Changes it back to the inside out, puts Paritsky on the open stance. Able to step in, but not good enough, couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, Paritsky's got to keep up that racket head speed on the backhand. He's a little bit nervous, and so the racket's not getting through the air quick enough to bring the ball up and down.
Paritsky did a lot of training in Mallorca, and he learned to hit that heavy ball and be more of a grinder. In this format, you really have to step in a little bit, and we see him hitting that high ball. It's just not good enough. He needs to accelerate a little bit more, and we have another substitution. We have Kevin King back in.
And as much as Paritsky shouldn't like these courts, the game style coming from Spain, learning a lot on how to play those kind of slower courts, just struggling to accelerate. Coach has seen enough, puts Kevin King back in. Slice approach down the line, but floats it long. 48-31, Rise on the near side, trying to see if they can close this gap just a little bit for their women to come up and help them. One of the true team format here, intense, as Kevin King tries to serve and volley. Big overhead +2. That's the King type of tennis.
Yeah, and this is where Kevin King is going to feel good. You know, this is the third time now coming into the singles for Kevin King. So now he's really going to feel comfortable on the court and feel the energy.
Another serve and volley. Gets it low. Couldn't get it up. 49-33. Minute and a half before women's singles coming up next. Total score accumulates throughout the whole night. Just one score, but every point counts, including serve faults like that.
Something I would love to see tonight, gentlemen, is some quick serves. We haven't seen any yet, but here at Intense, we can do underhand serves, we can do whatever, as long as it's within 14 seconds.
King trying to find that serve and volley.
Yeah, I feel like right now he could serve because Kevin's not ready, but they're kind of taking their time. I think both their heart rate's pumping. It's moving so quickly.
And I think one of the things I always tried to preach at, and I think they did last night, is learn from the mistakes of others. And we saw how many quick serves were hit last night. They lost every single point. Because it's one thing, the concept is great, but if you don't practice it, it won't work. And we know King practices those volleys. Great point. Rise trying to come up.
I think sometimes they want to stress out their opponents, and they end up actually stressing themselves out and rushing themselves out.
Another short kick wide miss, fourth of the night for King. Final 30 seconds, 15-point lead as Nolan gets a little coaching from Coach Hamburg. Return coming in the net, not good enough, backs up. Good vision, gets himself back neutral to rally, runs around that backhand. Great forehand inside out, fist pump from his team. Let's see if he can sneak in the serve and volley +2 in these final 10 seconds.
Yeah, and that was the game plan from Coach Andruska. Find the backhand here, see if he can this last point.
He goes out wide, there's a serve and volley, tries to fight it off, inside out, not +2, but he'll take that +1. Gets it to within 13, Nick. Trying to find a little bit of better tennis from Kevin King there.
Yeah, look, look, both teams are trying to find that energy, trying to find the court. Kevin King, that was his third time coming in the singles match. He felt a little bit better, and now the women will be able to come on and do their thing.
We'll see how the Rise and the women's singles, if they can step up. Some great tennis from Merge It, but when they pulled them out, that hurt them just a little bit. We'll be back in a short break with women's singles. Intense is brought to you by Visit Sandy Springs. Stay close to the intense action all season long. Find hotels, restaurants, and all the beautiful things to do in Sandy Springs. Visit sandysprings.org. Welcome back, everybody, as we have the women's singles bolts coming up next. But we have a special guest with us, Maria Mateus, J.Y. Abona. Toya Bush-Harris comes to joining us, the post partner for the Rise.
Yes.
How you doing, Toya?
Oh, I'm doing well. I could do better, though. You know, I don't like my team having to play catch-up. I don't. Not at all. It gets in my spirit.
Would you give them a little coaching on the side? I saw you down there.
I was giving them a little coaching, you know, and to be honest with them, I was letting them know, look, we do not play like this. We are playing their game. They need to be playing their own game. And so that's the problem right now. They got to slow it down. But right now, as you can see, the girls are on the court, and sometimes it takes the women to come in there and turn it up.
Absolutely. I love
up.
that.
You know?
How, you know, what would you say to them?
I would honestly tell them to, look, calm down, relax. I know the lights are everywhere. You have a huge audience right now, and I think right now the nerves is leading their game. And so what we want them to do is calm down and kill it. I mean, they're making really silly mistakes, honestly. They're killing themselves on the court.
And what is your favorite part about this team format? The energy, the lights, everything. How do you feel about it?
My favorite part is that there's so many families here. You know, I've seen kids literally saying, this is awesome. Yeah. You know, and that's what I love. And I love the fact that my son, he's even on the sideline taking photos. Look at him, there he is.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well, that's one of the very special things about Intense is the community that it's all about. Well, there is this pro format, but how much the community is at the center of its core.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're bringing them together, and everybody seems to be having so much fun. They're eating, they're drinking. We got servers going around passing alcohol, and now I just need for my team to catch up.
Well, we're going to see your team take the court right now. Men's singles bolt finished. Women's singles are getting it started out. Your team down 38-51. They're getting that gap a little bit closer. We're going to see if they can come together now to finish this off. But thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We're going to see you throughout the night.
All right, and there's no if. They will.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to hold you to that. I like that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Tanya Sosnowskaya on the far side for the Sting. Carson Tongwili in for the Rise, local native from Atlanta, Georgia, played at UNC. Yeah, Maria, you like UNC, right?
Well, I went to Duke, so I'm not
sorry.
about that one,
All the blues the same, right? 9 minutes here. They're going to get 2 10-minute singles bolts, and then all 3 doubles are going to finish off. True team format. The points accumulate throughout the entire night. Declare only 1 team winner as Carson tries to step inside the court with the forehand inside in, but great defense by Tanya. Tough. She put herself in a good position.
She did. I'm watching it myself.
You know, Duke or UNC, I think both of these girls just have such good, just everything about them is so good. Carson, you know, she won NCAAs with her team and won doubles. What a resume. And then she got to play in the US Open main draw. And Sosnowskaya, she played last year, and then this year coming back, she was the round 1 first overall pick. The coach wanted her right away. That says a lot.
2 absolute college stars, but tonight, all of that is thrown out the window. It's how can you compete in this format? We saw the 1 serve already be a little bit of trouble. You only get 1 opportunity. Toya, what would you say is your type of style? You're down 12. Do you like to play more offense or more defense and just put more balls in play when you're struggling?
Oh, I'm all about the offense. I'm all about the offense. They're going to play my game. Now, I'm telling you right now, though, this net, it has to be jinxed. Something is not right about that net. I've never seen so many balls go into it.
I have said that once or twice in my career, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I think Carson's going to make a case that sideline's a little bit too close as she misses that forehand inside out. Down 14, Rise on the near side, Sting on the far side. Yeah, there's the body serve we've seen a lot more of in the second and third bolt. Carson trying to defend on that forehand, pushes Tanya back. Trying to use that slice to change up the pace, makes Tanya get low and overspins it, goes deep. Some of that change of pace action, we need to see some more dynamic, more mind game, the chess match that tennis can become. Tanya,
That's what I'm talking about.
Runs around it, forehand, inside in, +2 winner, 58-43, back to 15.
The change of pace is so important, right? Because here you're looking for those 2-pointers, but that doesn't mean only going for the biggest shot ever. Sometimes it means working the point, hitting the ball high, hitting the ball low, and then you earn that 2-point position.
Toya, what kind of pressure do you think these players are under with only one serve, but also only one toss?
You know, intense pressure.
I love that.
The intensity is high. I mean, it is a lot, especially, you know, if you're on the taller side. You know, it makes it a lot harder to get that ball in.
59-45, 6.5 minutes left. Women will come back and also play one more 10-minute vault. Toya, just want to say thank you for joining us in the booth.
Thank you for having me.
We'll come back and see you again later tonight, and hopefully with your rise, a lot better than where they are tonight.
Oh, yes, 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 it will be. Oh!
Just misses that lob long, had a good opportunity. Another serve long. We're seeing some of these faults. Third one of the night for Snarskaya. It's tough with just one serve to find that rhythm, especially with no warm-up. Trying to play aggressive, misses that forehand inside out long. The #1 draft pick. Comes a lot of expectations. Carson as well. He was their first draft pick. Both of them getting a lot of action, but we're seeing the coaches let them run a little bit, giving them a little bit more leeway in trying to warm up, find this. You see Tanya trying to take a little bit of pace off, but that goes to Carson Tongoli's favor. But great defense, pulling it out of Stice's book from last night with that short angle slice pass. Big aggressive return inside out, sneaks into run around. You don't see a lot of run around inside out backhand swinging volleys, Nick.
You know what? I mean, you try to find a winner any way you can, especially in this format. So if it has to be a swinging backhand, you make it work.
+2. Interesting time for a substitution.
Yeah.
You think let someone stay in there after getting some confidence?
Yeah, you know, maybe it was already timed out. It was like, okay, at the 5-minute mark, that's when you're going to go in so that you can allow your player to be ready to go in.
We see a substitution for the Sting. Jessica Hinojosa from Mexico. She's seeing her first action of the night. Coach Natalie trying to get her organized, trying to get her to play steady. Seen a lot of interaction from Natalie to get in there as Jamila Snelzen is in for the rise with a quick look to the sideline, trying to say, I don't know, like her nerves and frustration seeing her first action of the season.
And it's so interesting, you know, as a coach, how do you plan it out? Because do you even plan it out, or do you just say, let's see how they play, and then I'll go from there? So far, we're seeing a good amount of substitutions tonight.
Drop shot coming forward, had the volley, just missed it. We'll see if she continues to use that play. I think if you're a coach, you stick with your plan, and you have to see it play out before you change too quick.
Yeah, for sure. And Jamila Smell, she was actually here earlier today to come watch Baylin Brown, who was on our team. They're really good friends, so she got to watch and see the format, see how fast it was happening, and she'll get her feet under her here. What a good second serve that one was. And Coach Andruska telling her to take her time, stay in your routines. You have plenty of time. The 14 seconds feels like it's quick, but you want to take your time.
I think it's smart of her to come out and watch, honestly, because even with the lighting, right? Like, I remember in traditional tennis, if you have a night match, sometimes you want to just go out the night before and hit under the lights no matter how tired you are, because it's just so different, and the lights in here are so bright.
That was a missed opportunity from Snells after a beautiful drop shot to not come in and follow it and hit a winner. Says she sits back for forehand unforced air return. That's going to be tough to get it out of her mind as I think that carried over a little bit into that return.
Yeah, and one thing she was telling her friend, Baylin Brown, you know, earlier today was to stay aggressive. And she is staying aggressive as Snells, but she needs to bring in her target. She's going for the line quite a lot in some moments when it's not quite available. So take her time, bring in the targets here.
68-53 miss hit backhand return for Hinojosa. A lot of pace taken off, and actually it worked to her favor.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because when you come in and your team's down by, you know, let's say now down by 14, you want to make an impact. And so that's when you start going for bigger shots that maybe aren't quite there, but you want to continue to take your time. Good volley. Oh, had the chance there.
I like Jessica wanting to go for that. I think she actually got so excited for it that she really rushed it, but that was the right idea.
Now is a great doubles player, loves coming forward. coming to the net, setting it up off a big forehand inside in. Big fist pump. Coach Andruska loving that one.
I think in between every single point, he's been telling Snells to take her time, and it's really been effective for her to just kind of settle the nerves, let the heart rate drop just a little bit.
Solimar Colin getting her first action of the night. 69-56. Hinojosa did not look comfortable at any moment in time. Give her a little bit of a break, regroup. We'll see when she comes back out, but it's tough first serve fault there for Colin. Oh, it's serve fault again, back to back. Colin taking a deep breath, trying to slow down in this fast-paced format.
And I love that. I think that's exactly what you need to do. You need to ground yourself. Snells is going for a little bit too much here. I think she wants to get to the net, but there's no need to rush that.
And especially here, when you're up 71-57, let the clock go down to 2 or 3 before you serve. Just take your time before hitting that serve. You don't need to rush. It's the other team that's down by a lot of points. They need to hurry up and get some points in.
Running the clock down, something that's very specific to the intense format. These players coming from traditional tennis, trying to find what their routine in between points is. Coaches talk about it all the time. Manage your time in between points very well, but 14 seconds is very different than the 20 to 25 in traditional, as we see Coach Natalie trying to help her manage that time. That's a tough balance as well, right? Coaches always say you want to play with the right energy, but then when you're too sluggish, they want you to pick it up, but you can also go too far, and the same way on the other way, right? You can be too slow, too relaxed.
Oh, what a big forehand there from Snells. Andruska telling Snells once again, take your time. You have plenty of time. But you're so right, it's so hard to find that balance of being quick with your feet, but also just a few deep breaths.
Final 20 seconds before the second women's singles bolt. Serve into the net for Snells. That 10-point lead. Sting had a bigger one a little bit ago, but the Rise are keeping this within striking distance. Colling really working that clock to use her breath. We'll see if that impacts her. No, great serve. Bigger return by Snells. Sets up an offensive opportunity. Huge forehand inside out. Big fist pump towards the sideline. Andruska loving the way she finished that, Maria.
Yeah, that was way better from Snells. I think she really started moving forward, but having big targets. She's hitting a huge ball. She's looking really good, very clean strokes. I'd like to see her keep going.
Well, let's see, Rise starting to play a little better. They're starting to rise up for the Sting. Snells being a big part of that with forehands like this. We'll see who the Rise is going to keep out if Tanya comes back for the Sting. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you very much. Hey, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Huh?
You know what getting sturdy is?
No. You know how old I am? Old.
30.
Old. Ask them.
How old is she?
No, don't ask her my age. Ask her if she knows what that means. Hey, get your hip under it. Hey, hip. Good job, good job. What's that?
I said it's tough to get rhythm.
No, there's no rhythm out here.
No.
Like, that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So you just stay locked in with your plan, look for your forehand.
Yes.
Okay?
We're in the first 5, and if you find it, that's when you're like, yes.
Totally, totally.
Cruise control.
Yep, totally. It's like your first shot in basketball. You see it go through the hoop, and you're like, all right, we're chilling. Hey, hey, great job! Great job! Great job! Yeah. Hey, just be solid, okay? Let's go. Finish this thing out, okay? All right.
Natalie doing such a great job, right, guys, of finding that balance of the energy and pumping her team up, but also pointing out each little one thing she wants each of her players to focus on. Tatiana back out there now to start this bolt, guys.
73-65. It's getting a lot closer from the double-digit lead this thing used to have. Love those center line mic'd up moments, Maria, as you hear, you know, Will Nolan talking about rhythm and Coach Natalie say, no, there's no rhythm here. And, you know, talk about that sometimes players try a little too much to find a rhythm, but you don't have full control over that.
Yeah, I think Coach was actually just so transparent there because she just literally said there is no rhythm here. And I think that's awesome for her to say because sometimes as a player you're like, I can't find my rhythm, I can't find my rhythm, and you actually get even less rhythm because you're panicking. And just her to just put it straight out and be like, you will not find your rhythm, figure it out, I think that was awesome.
Yeah, and I think you have to be okay with maybe not feeling your best. You have to be okay with making some mistakes and know that your game is good enough to put it together when it matters most.
It's tough with the prize money on the line for the team. Each person gets $1,500 when they win, and it's easy, especially if that accumulates throughout the whole season. You want to play well, especially when you're the #1 pick, as Tanya Sosnowskaya was. They were up by 18, but now it's within 7. Rise getting better and better, and it's been interesting. You've been seeing Snells have some up and down moments, but she has enough big forehands like that make up for some of her tough misses.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, right? She's just stayed true to her guns. She's just said, you know what, I'm going to keep up my racket head speed. I'm going to keep going for my shots, and I trust it. Oh, what a move by Snells. She's all over the court right now.
The whole team was on the court after a beautiful drop shot volley winner, and we'll see the Sting with their first timeout of the night.
Yeah, and that's a smart timeout there. You know, you felt like Snells was really getting some momentum. She's finding big forehands, getting to the net, so smart timeout there by the Sting.
You're playing beautifully over here, right? Come on.
Yeah, not much needs to be said by Coach Andruska.
Go.
That looked more like a coaching, just momentum stop as opposed to strategy talk.
Yeah, when you're Coach Andruska for Snells, it's just like, hey, keep doing your thing, trust yourself, go for your big targets. On the Sting side of things, just want to take a couple deep breaths, try to slow it down, maybe put a few more balls in the middle of the court and play a little defense if you have to.
I'd like to see a little change of pace, too, from Sting when you're playing Snells. I think Snells, you know, we've said she's missed a couple of shots, but at the end of the day, she's put the most points up for her team, and she's going for it. And if your team Sting, you want to get it up on her. You want to get it low. You want to change up the rhythm for her a little bit.
Back within 3, we see the wonderful use of the timeout to ruin the rhythm. Very interesting how eager Snells was to play. 20 seconds were left in that timeout, and she was just standing there wanting to play. So eager to continue this high level of tennis as she has got it from within 18-3. Big forehand inside in. Forces that error. Fist pump. Cooperstein loving it from the Rise sideline.
And it just shows you how fast things can happen. You can really start to find your form. When Snells first came out, couldn't really find a forehand. She couldn't find the court, to be honest. And Coach Andruska said, take your time, and it's really helped her tremendously.
The benefit of the patience and trust that a coach puts into the player and rewards them, misses that return. See if Tanya can try to turn things back around for her team. They're up by 4, but it doesn't feel that way. For the first time, we see one of the intense rules put into play. We play Let's It Intense. If the serve hits the net and goes in, we actually play it. We want non-stop action. I think the Sting were looking to stop the action a little bit ago, but now they got to work with Snell's big forehands. And the drop shots set it up nicely, unfortunately in the net.
Yeah, she's made a couple of those droppers that have really been effective off of her big forehand, and that one misfired, but it's still keeping her opponent off balance.
Interesting to go into the strength of a player. Sometimes we try to find that weakness so hard, we actually don't find it at all. Sometimes you got to go right into it to open the court to get to that weakness and get the missed return. Taking a little too much pace off, Tanya did there. Crushed return by Snells.
Yeah, that's tricky. That second serve was a little too slow in the middle of the box, and Snells is going to eat that up every single time.
And I think if you're Tanya, you just have to weather the storm. It's hard to get rhythm, like we talked about earlier, especially if you're playing someone like Snells. You know, you can get a ball like that, or you can get her just Mach 10 winner on the line, and it's just too good. So if you're Tanya, weather the storm, keep going.
Timeout by Sting.
Oh, for later, okay.
Okay, and then again, be ready for maybe back end of the match over here, right? One more round over here. Carson, what number you in? What number? What? 23? 23.
Maybe order one of two or specialty drinks. The fire or the love all espresso martini.
We saw a couple more errors coming off that forehand side a little bit over there, right? And second serves, you can step in a little bit over there, right? I think if the return goes out forehand side, you get a lot of opportunity here. Right? If the return goes forehand side over there, you're going to get some more opportunities over there as the point opens up, right? But look for ways to break it open. I don't mind those mixes either over there, right? That way, right? Let's go.
We're at like 8.5 right now. So, yeah, okay. 8.5, maybe 9. The last time I looked up was like, you're almost over 8 already. Yeah, 8:20, yeah.
Maria, as we come back from the Emory Sports Medicine timeout, what do you think of the coaches and their talk to their team?
I love how they just have a constant, dialogue with their players. I think it's so important as a coach to just be like, hey, how are you feeling? Because there's so much pressure going on right now. You see that with Carson there. She's wanting to hit that big kick wide, but she's maybe going too small of a target, and she just needs to bring the target in a little bit, settle down, keep going for her balls.
Carson Tanguilek back in, and we know why she was the #1 pick with returns like that, +2.
Hey, and she's a Tar Heel, just like me. A UNC Tar Heel, knows how to play big in important moments. Come on now.
You guys get along, right?
Hey, whoa. Let's go, Heels.
84-79 for the Sting, hanging in there, trying to manage the max limits. Very interesting from the rise. We haven't seen the second-round pick, Carly Briggs, in yet. Coach Andruska trying to get Tanguilek back in. Must have seen a lot of good stuff from that Snells-Tanguilek combination in practice.
Yeah, and she's such a great doubles player, is Carson as well. So just trying to get her some more court time so that once doubles hits, she's been on the court quite a bit to be successful on dubs as well.
That's that long-term thinking these coaches need to think about with these unlimited substitutions, the no warm-ups, when to play them, focusing on short-term versus long-term. Great short-term forehand, forced error by Sosnskaya. He's taking a lot of pace off that serve. Gets that volley opportunity, and great volley by Tanguilek, but also smart by Sosnskaya to not just throw up a lob and give Tanguilek another opportunity for a +2.
Yeah, and I'd be wary here. I feel like Tanya's getting a little tired. You know, you saw her run for that last ball and just kind of hit it down into the court. She didn't give that extra effort to stay in the rally. So I think as coach, she recognized she's going to give Tanya one more point before she brings in the next player.
Kick out wide, above the shoulders of the backhand, but good return. Defends with the forehand. Tanguilek short angle forehand, forces the forehand down the line. Great backhand cross court, sneaking in for the swinging volley, +2.
Yeah, and I noticed prior to that last time out, Tanya did ask coach, hey, how long have I been out here? And she said, well, you've been out here about 7 minutes, 7.5, I believe. So that's why she got a few more minutes in. But yeah, a little tired there at the end. Great time for substitution.
Great kick wide, throwing up the return. Hina Joseph back in, seeing her second action of the night. We are tied.
I love the way Tanguilek's playing right now. You know, sometimes in tennis, it doesn't even matter how good of an approach you hit. It's just getting up there and your presence at the net, because the opponent sometimes freaks out. They think they have to hit way too good of a ball, and they really don't.
Oh, Tanguilek had the opportunity to take the lead for her team. Hina Joseph floated that ball up, misses the volley wide. Sting maintained a 1-point lead. Big body serve, runs around it. Tanguilek sets up an offensive play, back to neutral. She's gonna open up the court again. No, goes high above the shoulder of the backhand. Deep center, forces that error. So we talked about the body serve with the return and the surge. Now we're seeing deep middle ground strokes as well.
Yeah, Tanguilek is doing a great job of getting it deep in the court and then being able to set up that short ball because of the depth of her ground strokes. It's been impressive.
Tanguilek trying to find that forehand as much as possible, running around the backhand, uses the chip backhand down the line. Hina Joseph misses that wide, and the Rise have their first lead since 3-2.
Wow, things can change.
And we saw that last night, right, in the first arc. We just never know when things are going to change. Momentum shifts happen so fast here. What a big ball there from Carson. She really wanted that one. I know she's going to have a bigger target on the next ball that she moves in on.
Just under 2.5 minutes left before men's doubles bolts comes up. Let serve goes in, we play it, sneaks into the net. Flips it back up, +2. This might be what the Sting have been looking for.
Yeah, that little bit of extra energy there, all that overhead. The Sting just trying to get her through these last few points here, last couple minutes.
Serve into the net, 88-89. And Joseph standing a little bit far back so she can run around the backhand, setting up a forehand and backhand opportunity. Tanguyle trying to hit that slice down the line into the net. Slice down the lines are tough.
Yeah, so tough, and it's going into the forehand, right? So you don't want to float it. You're trying to get it close to the net and let it bite.
Beautiful service motion by Joseph, but just not enough wrist action with spin. Back into the net, still 1 point lead for the Sting, minute and a half.
I think it's easier on slices to go either just middle of the court or cross. You're going over the higher part of the net. Carson a little bit wild on that ball. I like the way she's moving forward, though.
Yeah, she's continuing to look for her forehand as Carson and really staying aggressive.
3 point lead for the Sting now. I know it won't be as much as their 8 point lead, but if they can sneak out a 4 to 6 point lead, that will still feel a lot better than when they were down just a minute ago. Big return inside out, but Joseph with the open stance, backhand down the line, fist pump to the team. Their sideline is finally starting to get back into it. Went quiet for a while, under 40 seconds. Big forehand inside out, just missed it. Tanguyle taking her time, being calm, composed as she tosses this ball up. Kick serve out wide, Hinojosa standing far back. Tanguile's been trying to set up that forehand inside in for a long time, finally connects. 13-12, final seconds before men's doubles. 93-91 Sting. Big kick again, Hinojosa runs around it. Deep middle forehand, both deep middle back at each other. Sails that long 3 point lead for the Sting, and I think, Nick, they'll take that right now.
Yeah, they'll take that. You know, it was good. It was a good substitution there with the last kind of 4 minutes as they brought in Jessica Hinojosa, and she did a great job of just kind of bringing it back together and taking up the defense there.
I think we got two very happy teams, even though one is losing. Both of them are going to take a lot of confidence from that as we have the men's doubles bolts coming up. Stay with us. Intense is brought to you by Visit Sandy Springs. Stay close to the intense action all season long. Find hotels, restaurants, and all the things to do in Sandy Springs. Visit sandysprings.org for more. And we are back for men's doubles bolts. It's been an incredible night so far. J.Y. opponent Nick Monroe and the Sting Pulse partner, DJ
I bring those winning vibes, you know what I mean? I bring the vibes, you know?
Hey, you were able to watch your team kind of warm up and practice to get ready for this match. What did you like when you saw that team camaraderie?
Listen, well, first of all, it really is like family. We actually had brunch together this morning, right? Which is great. So I got to really like kind of dig into their backgrounds and like who they are as people. Wow, wonderful people, amazing people. It felt like a family reunion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
It was great. And then coming out here and seeing them practice, I was like, wait a minute. My family's a bunch of hitters. I was like, hold on a second. What's going on here?
They can play.
They can play. They can play. I'm so proud of them, man. This is awesome. Like, what an honor.
Well, look,
honor.
And you're a big tennis guy, but this is different. What do you think about this format?
This is tennis, but I would say, turns up, baby! You know what I'm saying? No, this is great. Listen, you cannot deny the energy in this facility. It's undeniable. You know, you walk into all kinds of, sports are amazing. You know, tennis has been a very dynamic background in terms of the traditional, we're gonna be kind of quiet, you know. It's still tennis, but with all the flair. I didn't know I missed it, but I do.
And yeah, you've always been a tennis fan. You love tennis. You know, you started at a young age. You've been playing quite a lot. How often do you play, and how much do you love watching? Now we're going to be watching some of the doubles. It is so quick and fast.
It's so quick. It's so quick. So you know what? I actually, believe it or not, I'll try to play like twice a day. 7, 8. Listen,
I told you, he trains more than some pros.
I'm doing points at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I'm hitting with like a coach or whatever at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I got to get it down, man. I got a lot of ground to make up, you know?
And then when you're watching doubles like this, you were able, you know, you were here yesterday, you watched a lot of the tennis. Doubles is so fast, trying to take balls to the net. What do you love about this doubles format?
Yes, this doubles format is absolutely amazing. You know what it is? They're called the bolts, right? So to have this 10-minute bolt, and by the way, that one serve, that changes everything.
Pressure.
Oh my gosh. And that clock's constantly running, so you don't even have time to celebrate. It's like, get back on serve, keep it going. So the pace is just like, you gotta just like stick with it, man. It's amazing. It's amazing.
97-92, the Sting on the far side with a 5-point lead. That's Irie's team, Carlos Aguilera.
I like the lead, I like that, I like that.
Mergit trying to step in. You mentioned the clock earlier as he gets that overhead, tags him in the back.
Wait, did he touch him with the racket or did he tag him?
Sorry.
Body shots still only count as one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
you might have to change that
not
rule.
Sorry.
Luke Jensen wanted it to be +3, but the rule hasn't changed yet.
He shall not rise again, that guy, you know?
Yeah, and you mentioned the clock, and I've been waiting the whole night until it gets down to that. Dos minutos!
Hey, we'll give you one today. We'll give you one today, man. Shout my boy Mike B.
I mean, you were watching, you know, your Finn and Aguilar. You're watching how big Finn was hitting the forehand. Aguilar did well in singles, brought it back.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a great team together, right?
And Finn is a double specialist.
Yes.
Like, he's a specialist.
From Auburn.
Yeah, for sure. He's certified.
King trying to use that certain ball. He's got returns like that. Matthew Terry, Kevin King trying to fight this off, but Mergit with that backhand. They're small guys, but they got big power for the Sting.
They sure do. They sure do.
Oh, what a move.
Great reflex by King.
That's your boy! That's your boy!
Let's go, Vinny! Let's go!
That's your boy right there.
It's amazing. Huge, man. Huge.
+2 for the Sting. This is the energy they've been missing in that women's singles.
Yeah, man. Yes.
And you all had a big lead early on in the match. And
yeah,
then, you know,
we did.
Things can get close in this format. Yeah, and things can get close in this format. I saw you talking to the team. Do you have some words for them? Some words of wisdom?
Honestly, it's like this, man. You know, there'll be ups, there'll be downs, but just stick with it. You're here because you're supposed to be here, right? You deserve to be here. So just trust yourself and go for it.
Love it,
man.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a move.
With a +2 post.
Come on. Come on.
Big
These
time.
These guys
Big
are
time.
specialists. They're specialists. They are licensed and approved to be doing what they do.
We were talking about Aguilar's play Davis Cup for Ecuador, Canada.
He's so good. Looking so good.
Reflex Matthew Terry going to try to serve up and stop the momentum that the Sting have been building since Irie joined the booth.
They can feel the energy from Irie up here.
It tends to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Misses that backhand down the line. Well, look, Irie, thank you so much for joining us.
Dude, you're the man,
we
bro.
appreciate
That was
you.
so much fun, man.
You're the man. You're
I
the
want
man,
this job.
bro.
How do I apply?
Hey, dude,
You know?
I think you just sent it in.
Yeah, just sit up here with us.
My guys. All right, man.
You're the man.
106-97. Sting trying to keep this momentum building as Matthew Terry hits that volley just long. The energy is moving. 10-point lead, 6.5 minutes left before women's doubles comes up. Coach Natalie jumps up, tries to tell them they got the wrong service order. The clock's running down on them. Quick serve, gets it in play. Oh, and they almost took advantage.
Just missed that volley.
Just missed it wide, but almost with an incredible bounce back. Great coaching by Coach Natalie to get him ready. Kevin King trying to stay calm, understands from last season, still a lot of times, don't want to overplay. Serve into the net. That's his 8th fault of the night. When you consider they're down 9, those 8 are impactful.
Yeah, that's a lot of doubles there coming from Kevin King, but got some time.
And in doubles, you want to see the men move as much as possible, as well as the women, right? Sometimes just moving at the net, even if you don't get volleys, stresses out your opponents.
Reflex volley, King, backhand return winner.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. You're so right, Maria. In doubles, you want to take over the net. You know, in doubles, you don't want to be scared of the ball. You want to go get the ball. So you'll see these players just try to get as many balls to the net as they can.
Kick serve up to the Merjet backhand, but he steps up. Poach again, tags King. Only +1, but that's got
He wanted the
sting.
tag, but he wanted the tag. He didn't want to give him 2 points, right?
I think
He's
he wanted
taking the
it.
tag.
He had the opportunity for +2. He wanted skin.
I see what you did there, JY. I like it.
Thanks for giving me that credit.
He's all over it. He's always on it.
6-point lead as we're going to get another Emory Sports Medicine timeout.
Oh, yeah, way too much. Oh, so you got to know when you're sure serve. Okay, we're good. Just take your time. Y'all are in control, all right? Hey, great job. Great job, okay? Catch your breath here, okay? The energy is good.
This way, you're running into it over there. Well done. Big wingspan. All right, keep him playing. That return was huge over there.
On that return, just keep going hard.
Yeah, well, once you can, like, if they're not going to go line, take him line over there, right? And cover over there, right? Yeah, and then look for some of these balls in the middle over here, right? There's 1 or 2 that slip by where you can go, right? Okay.
Some great centerline mic'd up moments. 2 confident coaches and teams.
Yeah, I mean, look, in doubles, they know how fast things can turn. So you just want to be positive. You want to show good confidence in your team. Take over the net. They got to make the serve first, though.
I don't think King's made one kick out wide tonight.
Yeah, I think he's got to throw that serve away, just at least for tonight, and then work on it later.
And I think from the coaches, too, like I said last night, these players are a direct reflection of the coaches. And if the coaches seem stressed out or tense, the players are going to feel that way, too, right? So you need calm energy, which I think both of these coaches are giving right now.
Big kick, but Merge has been all over that. They have not changed that at all. They keep serving him there. He keeps ripping it. When are they going to change?
Yeah, and almost then you want to go I formation. That way you can slide it to the forehand or go into the body.
Volley coming forward, topspin lob deep. Aguilar gets back, great overhead to the feet.
And we see Team Sting actually doing I formation there, exactly like Nick said, and it really paid off because Merjet is all over the net right now.
Tries to go for that body serve, misses it long, accidentally hits the rise bench. Is that going to be the spark that fuels them? Down 7.
Yeah, where are you going to serve here? They went backhand last time. He went backhand line for a winner. Where will they go?
There's your I body formation.
They found the forehand.
Coach Nick.
There it is. Found the body forehand. Let's go. Hey, but we got Coach Kevin King on there, assistant coach at Georgia Tech. He knows what he's doing.
There's more of a kick body, gets it up, jumps above the shoulder, makes it a nice, easy put away for Terry. 113, 108. Rise on the near side in the blue. Sting on the far side in white. Aguilar with Mergette returning. Off the neck, goes over.
A little bit of luck on the side of the Sting there. You'll take it.
A lot of the bounces going the Sting way, keeping them with a 7-point lead. Kick to the backhand, comes forward, great deep volley.
Yeah, you can see why he's such a great doubles player. He stayed low on that backhand volley, got it nice and deep, was coming forward.
Under 3 minutes before women's doubles comes up for 10 minutes. Mixed doubles to finish after that. Terry runs around, big return, even bigger forehand by Finn.
Jeez, that was a laser by Finn on that forehand.
Sometimes if you're gonna hit a return that big, go at the net person. Another kick up to the backhand. Great movement by Aguilar at the net, making King think, hits that return into the net. But I think that's a big credit to Aguilar.
Yeah, anything as a net player to take the eye off the ball of the opponent there. Aguilar is all over the net, and the returners are really feeling it. They're looking at Aguilar. I think as a returner, just pick your spot. Don't worry about the net player. If it's going to go forehand, pick your spot. If it's going to go backhand, pick your spot. Don't worry about who's at the net.
There's that movement at the net once again by the server's partner. Nick, you're an incredibly successful doubles player. How much conversation happened with how impactful the server's partner can be?
Yeah, I mean, server's partner is everything, right? Anything you can do to take the returner's eye off the ball, whether that's a fake, whether that's a poach. And also, if you're a returner, one big thing that we always talked about was just pick your spot before the serve comes. Don't worry about the net player, and then that way you're going to hit an aggressive shot.
There's King at the net, +2, volley winner.
I think that's so well said, Nick, because as a player, if you overthink it too much, you end up either missing or actually just doing exactly the opposite of what you wanted to do. So sometimes you literally just need to make it and then be quick for the next ball.
Aguilar to serve, Terry misses that serve wide. Minute and a half. Body backhand, sneaks forward. Great poach by Terry, but lost his footing a little bit in balance and misses it long.
Yeah, I always say on those high volleys like that, you got to aim at the service line. He lost track of his target of where he wanted to hit it, and that's why he missed it long.
Great reflex by Mergette. Aguilar, how well does he close?
Yeah, you know, look, in doubles, you want to think about, okay, after the serve, my first volley, I want to be inside the service line and then moving forward. So a quick first step after the serve is important, and Aguilar has just been moving so fast, such a great athlete. Look at that first volley, and an even better move by Kevin King.
124, 113, final 45 seconds of men's doubles. King looking up at the clock, staying calm.
For all of these players, the closer they can get to the net, the better, because if the ball hits anywhere on their racket, it will go over the net, and it will be good no matter what.
10th fault by King, big considering the 12-point deficit. Great return by Terry, but the hands and movement by Aguilar.
I mean, Aguilar's almost jumping over the net. I mean, that's a great lesson, Maria. You're so right. The closer you get, the easier it is to put those balls away. Aguilar's all over it.
Mergette decides to stay back this time, and the movement by Aguilar.
This guy, MVP of the doubles match right now.
Final 2-1, run it out. You got a 15-point lead. Maria, wow, talk about the Sting and that Aguilar doubles.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, that was the Aguilar doubles, 100%. He was all over the net, and that's all that mattered in that doubles. He was on top of the net. He moved around. He did what he needed to do. Let's see what comes next.
up 15 points as we go into bolt number 7, much in part because of men's doubles. Finn, what did you think out there was working for you guys tonight? Because certainly it got close, and then you kind of gave yourselves a little bit of a leeway again.
Yeah, it did get close again. But me and my partner have been working in practice all week, and we had good belief in each other. We could get a lot of points on the board for the Sting. And yeah, we did so.
We had DJ Irie over there on the booth with us, and he was just clamoring and glowing about you being this double specialist, and he's trying to learn from you. I saw the big hug over there. What's it been like getting to know him a bit?
It's been so good getting to know him. He's such a nice guy, and he's providing us with really good support for our team. And yeah, he's an extra member of our team. It's been really good to have him.
All right, hey, enjoy it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
JY, back to you with another guest in the booth.
Finn Mergette, JY Abona here, Maria Mateus, Trey Boston, welcome back after a fun night number 2.
Yes. Hey, listen, I'm gonna let you know, you ain't gotta tell me, you ain't gotta intro me. Tonight is going on, you got the crowd involved, the weekend is here, the guys are balling, the ladies are taking over. I can't wait to see this women's doubles right now.
The Sting and the Rise had a very close bolt when it started with the men's doubles. And what do you think about Finn Mergette and Aguilar, the way they took over?
Oh, listen, Mergette has been balling all day long. He has a 50-piece right now, 52 points right now for his team. Talk about carrying your team, getting them to come back. Man, he's balling.
Women's doubles starting right now. Carson Tongwillig, Jamila Snells on the near side for the Rise. Tanya Sosnouskaya, Jessica Hinojosa in for the Sting. They had an 18-point lead. The Rise took it to within 1, and now they are trying to stretch it. Sting got it back to 16, and in this team format, every now and then, an individual does shine, right?
Come on, you see it, but right now, what I want to look for is can Tongolay and Stills take it back for their team? Can they find a way to get the momentum like they did when they had the women's singles? Now they partner together. Can they do something?
Is it tough as an athlete when you've crawled from a big early deficit? That's going to help Snells with a big +2 winner there. You fight back, you take the lead, but then you go down big again. Is that deflating, or does it make you feel like, hey, I did it once, I can do it again?
Exactly. If you've done it once, again, you can do it again. It's all about keeping the pace. Yesterday I talked about they cannot rush it. They got to make sure they're taking their time. They have 14 seconds. If you got to use them to make sure you make the most out of your rally.
Sosnouskaya is standing really far wide to try to go at the Snells forehand. Hinojosa stretching that backhand volley, both at the net. Closed well, but too good by Tanya. That's why she's the #1 overall women's draft pick. The Rise women have been doing significantly better, but now Tanya's gonna step in, forehand down the line, just missed it.
And Trey, how do you feel about risk versus reward? You know, if she's going for such a big ball there, do you think it's worth it for her to go for that and hopefully get rewarded? Look at that, she got lucky there.
Come on, you gonna risk it for the biscuit. That's what I'm all about. I'm gonna risk it all because you know you can come back and make the big time play when you need it.
And that's one of those actions as a player where it looks like an easy shot. Is that something that can be deflating as an athlete? How do you recover after a bad miss? That was a big opportunity.
Hey, as a defensive back, hey, the next play is what counts. You got to let the bag go, and you got to know what you're capable of. You got to come back and make a play.
And how influential is the rest of your team, right? We saw the men just play so well for Sting there. If you're the woman coming in, how fired up are you to just follow that up and try to play at the same level?
Yeah, you want to keep the pace. You want to keep it going. You have momentum, and the team has to keep it going when it comes to hyping the girls up, letting them know, again, when the ups are ups and the highs and lows, you got to keep that even flow.
Sting with their biggest momentum push of the night up to a 20-point lead. Sosnouskaya and Hinojosa in with a +2 volley winner. How about that post? We talked about the server's partner and how much they can impact. We see it right there. That one serve rule can sometimes get them back. It hurt the Rise with the men with King, who had 10 faults. Tanya gives 1 back. She's had 7 herself tonight.
And we see in this format of Intense, right, in the doubles, you can either get really close in score or farther apart. Everything moves so fast, it really just depends.
Hinojosa standing far back.
Oh my, frozen rope.
There's that biscuit.
Oh, that's the biscuit.
That was a little bit of a zone read by Hinojosa, waiting for the server's partner to move. Now I know where to go.
Exactly.
Tangulik tries to move. Tanya covers the line. Both moving, trying to figure out where to stand. Hina-Joseph forces it down the line. A lot of movement made her panic. Error in the net.
And just like in the men's dubs, right, all that movement, like you just said, JY, sometimes you don't even have to hit the ball. You don't have to do anything. You just have to move. And look at that. She's right on the alley there. Snells is right there. Too good.
Chihuahua! Drop right there. Let's go.
+2 volley winner at Intense. You hit a winner, you get 2 points. The Sting are going to love that. Big return, but great volley reflex by Hina-Joseph. Big return. Forces the air 145, 122, 5.5 minutes before we finish off with mixed doubles. Rise trying to stay within striking distance.
Oh!
Big backhand down the line winner. Is this one of those moments where Snells maybe trying to overplay, seeing that clock? These players are not used to seeing that clock.
Trey, do you think you even look at the clock in these moments, or you literally just, you know, vision forward, you just go, you play every single point?
No, I think you do have to look at the clock, but don't let the clock rush you. You have to stay in form. And you see these girls right now, they are rushing it. They're trying to get those winners. They're trying to find points. And right now, like that one, they're trying to risk it. They're trying to find these winners and get those extra points.
You know, one of the things that we haven't seen from Andruska used just yet as this Sting had their biggest lead of the night is the timeout to stop this momentum, get a little bit of coaching. You ever look to the sideline and be like, hey, coach, I'm trying, but maybe we need to talk this out a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't calling no timeout on myself. Coach got to call it for me, baby. But you got the #1 ladies draft pick, and she's showing exactly why.
Didn't do well in singles, but wow, has she rebounded extremely well in doubles with the help of Hina-Joseph at the net. 149, 125, 24, 25-point lead.
There it goes.
She's in a rhythm, she's walking fast, head held high. Oh. So confident, he went for the quick serve. Well,
finally,
serve. Okay.
Finally an underhand serve, but I need them to start going in.
Gives it up. Serve, point back. You win the point, you serve. Hina-Joseph's turn. Runs around the backhand, sets up the forehand, inside in, gets another forehand, tries to come to the net, forces the air. One of the things we haven't seen in women's doubles that we saw a lot more in men's doubles was the I formation.
Yes.
Interesting that the women haven't seen any of that yet. Overhits that return, misses it long. Tangulik gives that firm look of confidence, telling her, let's go. Carly Briggs seeing her first action of the night. The University of Florida Gator graduate getting her action. Oh. Great move by Hina-Joseph, very smart. Understanding that's Briggs' first action. She's not going to take a lot of risk and go down the line. Very veteran move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got the scouting report. They got the scouting report. They know what they like to do now, and now they're hunting. This is where you want to be big up, and now it's like, let's go get them.
It's like that rookie quarterback gets his first action of the season. You know he's going to throw it out to the flat pretty quick.
And you're up 20 plus? Oh, yeah. I know you want to throw the ball. Let me go get one of these picks.
And in doubles, sometimes you're afraid to go for it at the beginning, but once you really start going for it at the net and you connect on those volleys, oh, you want to do that all day long, and she is doing that right now.
Carly trying to stay calm, but it's going to be tough. They are down 27. You want to stay within striking distance to get mixed doubles. These are going to be the 2 most important minutes of the night for the Rise. Kick serve to Hina-Joseph, forehand, serve and volley, gets that reflex. Tanya, #1 pick, says, give it to me. Topspin lob, Hina-Joseph.
Oh, my gosh, what a beautiful lob.
Dare I say this has turned into the Hina-Joseph show?
It might just be.
This is a 1-2 combo, wondering when Andruska is going to call a timeout and stop the bleeding. They have 3. They can afford to use one right now before they have 2 more for mixed doubles. He's looking at the clock. He's looking a little bit lost. Time for him to slow things down. Big forehand inside in, misses it. 26-point lead, minute and a half. Carly Briggs to serve on the near side for the Rise. Point back.
Can't give them points back like that. We got to execute.
Big backhand down the line.
Oh, that's how you make it back. Make a play.
I think Jessica really wanted that one. She moved a little bit too early, though, and Carson was right on it. She saw her move, she took her shot, and she got it.
Last minute. Serving volley once again, showing why she won an NCAA championship.
Let's go.
Now she's jogging backwards, understanding, build momentum, time running out. Big kick, Carly Briggs moves early, looked like a called cross. Had that volley opportunity, didn't put away. Now for the overhead. Right back on the line, that will play, 30 seconds. They can sneak out 1 or 2 extra points. They have hope going into mixed doubles. Kick to the forehand and forces that return long. The movement from Briggs. Final 15 seconds.
Pretty cool with even 15 seconds left. They're still signaling and showing each other where they're going to serve. I think that's so important, showing how actually, you know, not nervous they are, and they're just sticking to the plan. And look at that. It is paying off. That's so good from Briggs.
Got to keep that communication going. That's key.
That's a big, big finish. The Rise are going to look to build up that momentum. Trey, what do you think about that women's doubles?
Hey, listen, the women came and showed out. Now we're about to make sure that we go to this next boat. This is where it's at. Can you put your team with momentum in, man? I love watching it.
A lot of fun action when we come back. The final 10 minutes of mixed doubles. Stay with us.
All right, 1, 2, 3, rise! All right, we can do better. One more time. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Guys, rise on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rise! There we go. That was better. Oh, good try. Great play. Great play. Keep it coming. You're going to get her. You're going to get her. I like the way you're playing against that lefty. The way you're playing against the lefty is a good matchup for you over there. Listen, I don't care what the score is over here one way or another, right? It's going to be tough over here today. Let's slow it down. Let's make him play everything over here and give him nothing over here, right? You've got way more time than you think you have over here, right? You're 14 seconds. You're serving at 8 on the clock. That's way too, so it's really quick. Right? The return goes forehand side over there. You're going to get some more opportunities over there as the point opens up, right? But look for ways to break it open. I don't mind those mixes either over there, right? That way, right? Let's go. Let's go!
And that's going to be our most important center line mic'd up moment of the night as the Rise are down 20. But Nick, they made a push in women's doubles.
Yeah, I mean, again, in doubles, it's just so key if you can get some points on top of the net. But now we've seen Finn really take over in the men's doubles when he was out playing with Aguilar. So see if he can bring it back.
What a start there, too, from Merjet, right? You're coming out here, you think you're a little more nervous. This is the last bolt here. It's all or nothing here. And he came out, and he just started really well. Obviously not the best serve there, but, hey, he's coming out swinging.
Final 2 minutes of women's doubles were key for the Rise to stay in it. They did their job, but now these next 2 minutes are the most important ones after they gave themselves a fighting chance. Carson Tongwilig, Kevin King in for the Rise, both their #1 draft picks. Big moment, you put in your biggest players. Finn Mergette, Tanya Sosnowskaya in on the far side.
Yeah, and Carson ended up winning a national doubles title at UNC with Fiona Crowley, so she knows how to play doubles. That was in 2023. Kevin King, he's a great doubles player. We'll see how much he tries to take over the net in this atmosphere here.
Finn has done such a great job stepping in, taking returns early, tries to come forward. Great shot by Tanguy, 159, 142. Great return by Tanya with King at the net, and another tag by this thing on King. He's been so aggressive with his positioning, but no fear by the Sting. Big backhand, great reflex, +2.
Wow. What a volley there from Finn.
Quick serve by Tanya, tries to get Kevin King not ready. They're defending now, overhead opportunity. Miss hit goes into play, Tanguy swinging volley, big forehand to King.
Looking at the sideline, Team Rise is looking a little stressed out for sure. We see Sting definitely more energetic. Obviously, looking at the scoreboard, they have a reason to be, but if you're Rise, you have to be energetic here. There is no time to be soft. You gotta go for it here.
Sting are the ones rising up right now in the biggest moment.
Yeah, you got to continue to believe that there's going to be enough time here to figure it out, and especially on Kevin King's serve. Right now, can use the heavy kick. Carson can try to take over the net, so just 1 point at a time. Try to get as many 2-pointers as you can.
Big serve, Tanya goes all the way back. King
goes! The ball was going out, but Kevin King went to go get it. He knew he needed 2 points there. He got them.
Understanding the format, the rules, +2 for winners here. Took advantage, another big serve to Sosnowskaya. Jams it up.
Oh, watch out!
4 in a row for the Rise.
It almost looked like Carson wanted to get them back a little bit for all those tags.
The teams better watch out on the sideline.
Chip lob, another overhead to King. Mergette, great reflex, sets it up. Forehand back at it, winner.
That's an unbelievable. I don't even know if the lob is a great play on the returns. It gave Kevin King an opportunity to hit the overhead, but Finn, what defense to be able to stay aggressive there.
Kick serve out wide, misses it. Tanguy an opportunity here. Within striking distance in 18. They racked up 4 points really, really quick. Almost had it within a lot less with another +2 for the Sting. Hanging in there, Mergette, great return. Sneaks to the net, tried that a couple times, unsuccessful so far.
Still plenty of time on the clock. You want to just take your time, find a way to take over the net if you're Kevin King here.
There's the movement, and oh!
What's out? It was called out.
Called out, one of those breaks. The Rise have needed something like that all night. Big time for it. Off-pace kick serve. Great return by Mergette.
We saw last night the Outriders were leading by so much with this time left, right? And Fortune came back and ended up winning it. So right now, having 6 minutes on the clock is actually a lot of time for them to come back.
Great reflexes back and forth, but King wins that battle. Fist pump, let's go.
Yeah, you're so right, Maria. I mean, so much time left. Only down by 16. 5 minutes, 45 seconds. 1 point at a time.
Look at that reflex by Tanguy, but the forehand winner by Mergette, star of the night.
How many forehand winners has Finn Mergette hit out here tonight? At least over 10. He's been firing that shot.
Out wide to the King, backhand goes down the line, just misses it. Sosnowskaya runs around it once again, but overhits it. 169, 153.
Kevin King did a good job of just taking the eye off the ball for Tanya there by the movement of Kevin King up there at the net.
Great return, but a +2 winner. King struggling to see that, came back so fast.
Such a laser there by Finn Mergette once again.
Big return to Tanya. Even bigger again. Look how she handles that with the open stand.
Wow, what a backhand. Talk about finding the alley. She found the alley for the winner.
Guys, she got so low on that backhand. The way she absorbed pace and used it right back was so good. Same thing there. What a shot by her.
Another +2, and this is just going to put it into a difficult place 4 minutes left, but you can see the look of emotion dropping in the rise. The Sting with DJ Irie fired up in the background. They know they are one step closer to putting this away.
Yeah, DJ Irie is trying to keep his team pumped up, keeping the Sting going over there.
He's more pumped up than the team is right now, actually.
He's ready to play himself,
Yeah.
DJ Irie.
King with the nod to Tangwilig. Short kick out wide, finally gets one in play, and Merjet misses. Big kick, Tanya goes all the way back, but misses the return in the net. Couple points in a row for the Rise. Big kick to the backhand, Tangwilig with a poach. Merjet gets there, stretched by King, +2.
Oh, what a volley there. Kevin King.
Timeout by the Sting. Beautiful stretch volley winner. The +2 that they needed. And while they take that break, make sure you get your Intense merch. Visit that shop, shop.intense.com, for some of the best gear you'll find in all of tennis, if not all of sports. Rise huddle coming up. Let's see what final words Andruska's got for his team.
Yep. Listen, you're too good. That's rhythm there, and you taking that center over there. Look for it, man. It is what it is over there, right? They're going to get you once or twice, but you're going to be fine too, right? And he's covering like a fucking legend over there, right? So let's go. Go get him over there, right? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, Rise! Let's go!
You ready?
The intensity of that center line mic'd up moment. No time to be nice. All emotions going into these final 3 minutes, sometimes a little bit too aggressive, but will the players respond? King certainly doing it. Merjet saves it to at least +1. 175, 160. Slice wide, points racking up for the Rise. Only a 14-point deficit.
And do you guys think you go for more two-pointers here, or are you trying to keep it clean, just make sure you're making balls?
Well, I mean, look, I think it doesn't matter where you serve to Finn. He's absolutely swinging for the fence, but that was better serving from Kevin King. No double faults. At least give yourself a chance.
Big!
Oh, what a return!
Big return, big moment. Tangwilig to serve. 2.5 minutes. King down low, waiting for the return to come back, trying to poach. Tanya inside in return. Tangwilig gets there, fourth air.
What a great return in the alley once again, finding the open space there, Tanya.
Coach Natalie trying to get them to run a little bit of clock, something you can't do in traditional tennis, but you can here. Big flat serve, Merjet to volley. What a reflex at a moment like that.
We're seeing lots of down-the-line returns here, and it makes you think as a volleyer, right? Because you think, do I fake, do I go, do I cover my alley? You're not sure, and the more power you get on those down the lines, the better.
Yeah, it just shows that when they're playing I formation, the down-the-line return is the best play to go for. Make them have to get to the alley. That kick out wide from Kevin King just hasn't been working all night.
11 faults by King, and they are painful, as we are going to get one more timeout for these teams to regroup themselves. What do you do here? This is go time.
Yeah,
you just go for it all, go for the +2s?
Yeah, look, I think as a returner, you just got to go for winners. I mean, you got to pick your spot beforehand. Say, if I get a forehand, I'm going cross. If I get a backhand, I'm going line. As a server, you might have to start going for a little bit bigger serves just to try to help out your net player to maybe put away the next shot. So you're going for as many winners as you can, so you got to play uber aggressive.
This is the ultimate Hail Mary.
And I think as a server, you run down the clock a little bit. Yesterday in the first arc, we saw them miss a lot of serves right down at the nitty-gritty. So run down the clock a little bit and then go for your serve is important.
Yeah, the Sting are going to try to run down the clock as much as they can.
Mergette to serve, 179-164. Sting on the far side. 13-point lead. Had the opportunity, went backhand down the line, but that's a tough kick on this type of court where it jumps.
There they are. They're going to take their time here. Another timeout here by Coach Andruska, understanding what they're doing by taking the time, taking the clock down. Just want to give his team a little bit of a breather here to reset. But again, continue to play aggressive if you are on the rise.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
One of the beautiful things that you can do Intense, one team can run the clock, but you have the use of the timeout to stop that clock like you can in other sports. Andruska, final big coaching moment. Most emotion we've also seen out of him the entire night, understanding it's now or never. King and Tanguilin having their own coaching moments, trying to understand. In this doubles format, so important for you to understand what your partner is also doing. These communications in between points are so key. So you understand where to move, what to hit when you're not there with the ball. King trying to urge himself. Mergette calm to serve. Sasnuskai, #1 pick, ready to poach. Go time, final minute, big return down the line. King signals back, gets down low, ready for Tanguilin to serve. Big take, over, hits it, almost tagged him one more time. Last 45 seconds.
Gotta hustle up.
Can they get a +2 here? Great short kick wide, that'll set it. Go for the reach.
What a return.
King News up to him.
That might have iced it there.
Final 30 seconds, they're gonna take another 10 seconds off this clock. There will not be enough points for the Rise to come back. Such a tough moment for the Rise, such a big effort, down big, up, got it close, the seesaw. But really Mergette, but also a lot of credit to Tanya. We'll see as the Sting are gonna let this clock run out. They're gonna look at it. They're gonna stay calm.
Maybe have to hit one more.
Why not? Big serve, big return, and they're going to seal it for the night.
You know what, I think Sting just played so consistently well, and they should be so happy with that performance. I think Rise actually played pretty well overall, and they were kind of in it, but Sting just played too well. You have so many points on the board from Sasnuskai and Mergette, right? And then when you had, you know, everyone else in, they did their job when they were in, so great team effort here tonight.
Big celebration, because after tonight's win by the Sting, they get an extra $9,000 that gets divided by them, powered by Payment Labs. Absolutely beautiful moment by them. Let's go take a look at the locked-in play of the night by Solaris that helped just put the Sting over the top. Mergette, no surprise in here against Paritsky earlier in the men's singles, sneaking into the net, and it's because of plays like that, Nick, that Mergette really led his team to the win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Mergette was all over the court. You mentioned it from the very beginning, how big his forehand is, and he was looking for forehands all day. I felt like he had over probably 10, 12 forehand winners. Then he was able to get to the net, knock those volleys off for a lot of +2 moments.
And before we lose this Sting for the night, let's go down to Kelly Kroll, who's with the winning coach.
Thank you. Coach Natalie, first dub in the book for the season. How do you assess what your team did here tonight?
I mean, they're electric. They're dialed in. We've been dialed in all week. They came out here and executed. I'm just so proud of them.
You know, Max Benson said before this match to me that you don't have the tallest team, but that certainly doesn't measure the heart of this team, does it?
No, not at all. Height doesn't matter. We know how to play some tennis.
You certainly do. Talk a little bit about the doubles. I thought between Fenn, you were really coaching up T there at the end. What were some of the things you really wanted to draw home?
Yeah, just telling them we control the tempo, we're in control, but most importantly, keep going for your shots. I mean, that's what got us here, and same thing with T, just making sure our positioning is good, but just trust ourselves to go for it. That's what we're here for.
Well, it was fun to watch today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Thank you, Kelly, with a very excited coach, and no surprise with the win that they had. A big thank you to Maria Mateus and Nick Monroe. We do have a second arc, but this first one to get everything started. Incredible performance by the Sting. A lot of resilience by the Rise with the way they came back after a tough start. Got to give a big credit to Sosnskaya after a tough start in singles, but her response in women's doubles was incredible. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, second arc of the night. See you in a little bit.
under pressure.
Rolling, baby, rolling.
Let's see how you do under pressure.
Boom, plus 2.
Give them a name to remember.
We're about to get back out there and kick some.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
They are fired up here.
Yeah. Let's see how you do under pressure.
You are watching Intense, brought to you by Visit Sandy Springs. Neighborhood just around the corner. We are in Atlanta, Georgia. Arc number 2 of the night. We are at Assembly Yards here, stage 5, where the Intense League has taken over 2026 season opener. I'm J.Y. Albona, Nick Monroe, Maria Mateus. Nick, we just finished arc number 1. What did you think?
I mean, so much energy was happening there in the match. But in the beginning, just both teams were a little nervous, a little tight. We saw quite a few mistakes that you wouldn't normally see from players. But then once they kind of got their feet under them, started putting more balls in the center, then they could go for bigger targets. But a little bit more relaxed. I would like to see a little bit more relaxed vibe coming out this one.
And a lot of the nervousness from these players is the different rules that the Intense format brings. It's very different than traditional tennis. Only one serve, only one toss. Cumulative score throughout the night with all the men's, women's, singles, bolts, and all doubles. Total score at the end of the day wins. If you hit a clean winner, counts as +2. And Maria, we've seen a lot of these teams trying to manage it. What have you seen? There's gonna be our 4th arc. What have you seen throughout the first 3?
I think all the teams are just trying to get the hang of it. You know, in the first arc, we saw a lot more nerves, I think, than the second arc. In the third arc, a lot less than the second arc. So every arc is going to get better and better for these players. They're just trying to find their footing, I think.
Well, and I think the Sting, they really found their footing earlier tonight. Finn Merget really came out, understanding the format, using the big forehand to come forward. Kevin King, the 2025, probably the male MVP runner-up, not good enough, but then when Merget and Aguilar came into play, they really took over and put them into a lead that was just too big. And then Sasnouskaya and Hinojosa, great job in women's doubles. The mixed doubles, it just got a little bit out of hand. They played too well. And now the Inferno and the Ridge are gonna get their opportunity. Coach Jim Harp, Coach Claudio Pistolesi for the Ridge. We'll be back with some big time action. We are back inside the Intense Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Second arc of the night coming up, Inferno versus Ridge. Let's go courtside, Kelly Kroll, who's with Sophie Chang.
Thanks a lot, Sophie. First match of the season. How is Team Ridge feeling? You look excited.
I'm so excited to be here. I think Team Ridge is feeling awesome. Like, I'm so happy to be a part of this team. It's been high energy. It's been so fun getting ready. So we're all ready.
Tell us what we can expect from this group of individuals.
You can expect greatness, pure greatness. Get ready to take notes.
You were born for this. Sophie Chang, round one. She went in this year's draft. Guys, back to you. Now you know why.
Well, I think Claudio believes she was born for this as well, as he took her as the #1 pick. Maria, as we look at the Emory Sports Medicine lineup, who stands out to you?
For Team Inferno, led by Jim Harp, I'm looking at Uswe Arcanada. She's one of, if not the most experienced in the Intense League. She has a career high WTA of 130. She played US Open main draw. And Blue Baker really feels like Intense is exactly the gap that is missing for many players. And for Team Ridge, led by Claudio Pistolesi, Sophie Chang, like we saw her just now, so much experience on the WTA Tour and top 60 in WTA doubles. And Intense's 2025 men's MVP, Sam Nicholson.
We'll see who's going to find out, but first let's go down to the coin toss with Sebastian Nunez.
All right, welcome to Intense. For tonight's match, we're going to start with the men's singles. Team Ridge, you're the host. Team Inferno, you get the call. Heads or tails? Heads is the call. It's tails. Team Ridge to serve. Good match.
Samuel Nicholson wins the coin toss for the Ridge on the near side and elects to serve. Not something you see very often in our one serve format, but with a size like him, the trust he has in his serve, he's gonna take it. Blue Baker on the far side. Mr. Blondie for Inferno got the headband, beautiful Wilson stencil. We are getting ready to go. 2 10-minute men's singles bolts. Women's singles will be after, and then all 3 doubles formats. The 2025 male MVP for Intense leading the way for the Ridge. And we're going to see in our format, with the clock moving and the way things work out, last year, Samuel Nicholson, it took him a little bit of time to warm up, but boy, did he get going. We'll see what has changed for him, or it got him better since last season. But Blue Baker on the other side, going to try to take advantage of some of the rules, +2 for clean winners. Even though it's unlimited substitutions, you know a player like Blue Baker wants to play as much as he can.
I'm excited to watch these players. You know, Samuel Nicholson says that after every match, his mentality is, what can I do better? So it'll be interesting to see. You know, he played last year. Coming back, he's got a lot of time to think about that mentality. That serve's probably not what he thought about. I'm sure he's going to pick it up.
Couple faults to get started. Second one for Nicholson. 12 minutes max in singles is the most one player can play. We'll see how long these players get out here as teams try to manage these unlimited substitutions. Coach Claudio Pistolesi, one of the most experienced coaches on the professional tours, giving some early coaching advice. These two teamed up last year, and that's when Samuel Nicholson was at his best. Claudio's very excited to have him on his team one more time.
Yeah, and it's always so nerve-wracking, right? We talk about the first match. You want to give your team a lead. You want to come out and play your best tennis, and your feet kind of stop moving when nerves happen. So you want to really have intense footwork to kind of get those nerves out.
Big kick service. Blue Baker hits that return. 4-3 for Ridge on the near side.
We talked about it last arc, right, when one of the coaches said there will be no rhythm, and I think that's so important to note, and everyone needs to go in with that mindset of just accepting it and being okay with it. Even that, I'd like to see him go big down the middle there if he's a little bit off the court. I don't want to see such big mistakes. He'll find his footing. He'll find a way. It'll be fine.
Lot of serve faults.
Yeah, a lot of double faults, and you're so right, Maria. I feel like, especially early on in matches, a lot of balls need to go down the middle of the court. You want to see enough balls go in the court before you start spreading out the angles. Don't go for too many angles early on.
There we see a backhand go a little bit more through the court. Tries to open it up with a forehand, but Blue Baker does it once again. Sets up the forehand down the line. Slice to defend. Great chip battle back and forth. Samuel Nicholson wins that. 6-4 Ridge. There's that body serve we saw teams start to use effectively very well in arc #1 of the night.
And so smart when you've had, a few double faults we've seen from both players to just go in the middle of the box, see some serves go in before you start going for the bigger serves.
Kick out wide, stretches to Blue Baker. Nicholson tries to find that backhand down the line, and we'll see our first substitution of the night as Florida State Seminole Jamie Connell in.
I think big targets everywhere right now. You got to get high percentage on every single ball until you get your footing, until you get, you know, like I said, you won't get rhythm, but a little bit more at least, and then you can start going for those bigger balls, the two-pointers, step in. That's a lot better. I like that a lot.
Big open stance backhand to the big loopy forehand of Connell. When he connects, it's dangerous because of the spin and action he can get, but that's not a normal technique the way he takes it above his head.
I just love seeing the Pulse partners on the sideline. Terrell Owens is getting pumped up for Team Inferno over there already, trying to give him some advice himself.
Misses that backhand long, 6-8. Inferno hanging in.
I think Jamie Connell might be really good for this format because he says that he has a willingness to step in before the opponent does. And we've talked about that a lot, right, guys? Who's going to step in first and look for those two-pointers with big targets?
Big kick above the shoulder, Youssef Rion. We got a no-to-no battle. Both of these players played at Florida State.
You know a little something about that university, don't you, Jay? Seminole yourself, bud.
A little bit, especially that 1999 championship.
Hey, okay.
With Peter Warwick, may or may not still have that jersey, but the Ridge got their lead 9-8. Oh, did not hit that lefty forehand over the net. Youssef Rion, the calm All-American, one of the best doubles players to come out of that school, but also his singles shines bright. Connell loves to step into that backhand, really leans forward, just misses that wide, but you can see what he wants to do. He looks comfortable there.
As you mentioned, both Seminoles, so there's going to be no stone unturned here. They know each other's weaknesses and try to go into the forehand more.
Forehand inside in. Connell leaning in again.
Yep.
Attacks the forehand, staying away from that backhand, benefits from there.
And it's so hard playing your teammate, right? It's so hard playing your friends. I know on tour, every time I had to play my friend, it's hard to go in a position where they're not your friend on the court and then go back to being friends. So it's interesting to see these guys going head-to-head here when they have their own teams now.
Well, I think Connell's going to lose a little bit of respect for Rion as he hits that beautiful forehand winner. I don't think he's going to be too happy with that friendship as the Ridge now have their biggest lead of the night. 6-point lead, 14-8. Let's go to the Ridge huddle.
Very good. 1 minute. Right. Just take this time out to breathe. Stay, don't change a bit. You're in the good zone. Stay in the zone. Stay in good zone. Good sign that they already made a timeout. We had a good start. Yeah. Took blue. Serve to his backhand. Huh? Try to stay a little bit closer to the line.
Okay.
Take blue.
Should I go to his backhand?
Backhand, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he tries to take his forehand.
Yeah, try to play on his forehand to open the court, and then you step in, punish his backhand, okay?
Love these center line mic'd up moments where you get to see the insights of the players and the coaches and what truly goes behind. A lot of times you get those interviews when they're prepared for it. They don't tell you everything. Here, we hear it all.
Yeah, and I think for Claudio Pistolesi, this is the coach that's coached former number 4 Robert Soderling, Monica Seles, many ATP and WTA standouts. So you're going to listen to Coach Pistolesi.
And we change it up. Connell out, Baker in. Doesn't matter. Youssef trying to find his range. He misses that, but Inferno in a dangerous position with Rion finding his rhythm. Big kick, Rion goes back. Baker finds that forehand cross court. Great defense line, not an easy shot.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Pistolesi was telling Rion to do. Try to find the backhand, but go to the forehand first to Blue Baker to open up the backhand, the weaker side. And when you do find a weakness that Blue Baker has, he likes when you come to his backhand with pace. So if you can get it up on the backhand or go there with a little less pace, it's harder for him to generate off that backhand side.
Solid point by Rion, 18-9. Just under 3 minutes left in this first of two 10-minute singles bolts. Women's singles coming up after. Doubles to finish, but it's total score at the end of the night that counts. 7 bolts in all, but all 7 just as equally as important.
Everything is important, JY, here. You got to play every single point, whether you get 1 point or 2 points. You want to make that serve, you want to make that return and start the points and just try and get into it a little bit. We saw in the first arc, right, it all came down to the end. There was a huge comeback. We're seeing that a lot. It doesn't matter. You have to play every point and just see how it plays out.
Youssef looks so balanced when he moves around the court, so within himself.
Yeah, he's not rushing any of these points, is Rion. I mean, he's really taking his time. You can tell his heart rate is at a normal rate right now. It's not going too fast. And I just love how he's sticking to his routines here.
Connell back in, try to change things up, see if he can get that forehand above the shoulder. Not good enough. Rion flattens it out.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Fissalese told Rion to do in the timeout. Just breathe, really just relax, trust yourself. Everything is there to make an impact.
That's a little bit of that big loopy forehand swing. Catches it late, sails that return long. Lead growing bigger. When will Jim Harp use one of the timeouts? It's early, but he's got 5. Great defense. Rion unloads on that forehand to attack the big swing. Loosening up, really setting up. Now changes the pace with the backhand slice. Connell rips that forehand back to neutral to both players. Rion tries to rip that forehand, and we're going to see another substitution. Samuel Nicholson back in with a 10-point lead.
And how cool are the substitutions, guys, right? You never see this in traditional tennis. You kind of just have to deal with how you're playing and deal with what's going on here. It's nice because you come in, you either play well or you don't, but you can get subbed out any moment. You really just have to focus on a few points. What do you think about that?
And also as a coach, you can sense when your players are getting a little fatigued, right? And then now you can bring in somebody a little fresh that can continue to extend the rallies, as we're seeing in this rally right here. Long extended one. Great depth from both players.
Great extension with the orange from Nicholson. Misses it long. 21-14. No timeouts needed for Inferno. Connell playing better. Never mind.
The old commentator's jinx right there, JY.
15 seconds left before they take a very short break, and then they come back for a second 10-minute bolt. Shaza Nicholson going back, tough backhand down the line to force that against the lefty. 3, 2, 1, he gets it off. Final point, and he misses it. I actually thought he got it off.
So that was a double.
Does not count. Connell will take that. Maria, what do you think about that first bolt?
I think a little shaky start from everyone involved. It's natural, it's normal. I hope to see everybody pick it up a little bit more. You know, we'll see how everything happens coming up.
Back at the Intense Arena, first men's singles both finished. Been a big night so far. Second arc of the night. The first one brought some exciting energy after a great opening night last night. The second men's singles both will be taking the stage. Women's singles after that, and then all 3 doubles formats to finish. Nick, Maria, with the action that we've seen players still trying to work out some of these nerves.
Yeah, look, and that's the tricky part about being the first match on, too, is you don't get a warm-up beforehand, right? So you're coming out, you're trying to feel the nerves. We saw quite a few double faults to start out the matches, but now, you know, players are starting to get their feel, starting to get their breathing a little bit better, as Coach Pistolesi was saying. Just relax.
Connell in for the Inferno, 22-15 down. Samuel Nicholson wasn't even ready, and it didn't matter. Connell still missed that opportunity. Could not take it. 23-15 for the Ridge on the near side. Samuel Nicholson, the 2025 men's singles MVP, bringing back some of that heat with his 2025 coach Claudio Pistolesi as he sails that forehand long.
And Samuel hits a big ball. You love to see that, especially in this format where you want to try to move in and get those 2-pointers. I think he needs to just be careful about going for a little bit too much, right? Sometimes you want to go down the middle and open up that court for yourself instead of just pulling the trigger a little too early.
Connell with his 4th fault of the night, only 1 serve at Intense, also 1 toss, so you can't even catch it. Try to give yourself a better chance as he's trying to use that heavy forehand to set up an offensive play. Catching a few, struggles to really flatten it out with that kind of technique, so he can't take as much offense as he wants. Can keep Nicholson uncomfortable, but that's the shot he's looking for to step in. Drives that backhand deep. It will count. +2 winner. That's the setup he wants. Heavy forehand to backhand drive.
Yeah, and I think if you're coaching Connell, you're trying to say, okay, go into the forehand of Mickelson as much as you can. That's the side you're going to get some shorter balls on, and then you can look to attack. The backhand of Nicholson is very consistent. It's that forehand that you're going to get some mistakes on.
One of the longer rallies of the night. Players staying patient, working it. Interesting change of direction from Nicholson down the line as he's going to take that ball above the shoulder. Righties sometimes have a tendency to change too quick with that forehand down the line, and they get in trouble with that forehand to backhand rally.
And I think something Connell is doing so well is just staying steady, right? He has that lefty stroke, he has that high, heavy forehand, and sometimes with righties, if you hit high on that backhand, it really is good for you. And he's using that. Oh, wow, that is unbelievable.
Was that a one-hand backhand?
Oh,
that's a
wow.
+2 shot at an incredible moment. Big reaction by the bench, but that fault is going to take a little bit of steam out of their sails. They still have a 6-point lead. Connell's getting comfortable, but his serve is really letting them down. Down 7, but 5 of those points is due to faults by Connell.
And I think if I'm Nicholson, I'm sticking with my backhand cross court. I'm going hard into the forehand here of Connell, and just that's his best shot, is cross court with the backhand. Then he's going to get a few more backhands that he can dictate on. That one he was falling back. Didn't get enough shape on that ball there.
Youssef Rion back in play. Substitution unlimited. Ridge have been taking advantage. Connell, way to step in. Not looking to come to the net, though. He's interesting. He's setting up some opportunities, but staying back there. Lets Rion back into the point. Rion finds his forehand, takes the offense, +2.
He says, take that, teammate, Seminole.
Can't let opportunities like that go. You take the offense, could have come to the net, chose not to. Can't do that against great players.
I think any opportunity you have to step in, you have to do it here, especially at Intense. You've got to just commit to it and go forward. Even if you don't hit the best approach shot ever, you got to just stick with it and go. Most of all, though, you got to make those serves. I'd like to see a little more acceleration. Even if we go body, try and make it. Again, there.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of second serves going for the lines and going for the corners, trying to get the upper hand. You're so right, Maria. Just go body, heavy spin, get some good shape over the net, and then go to work.
Blue Baker in a play once again. Have not seen Ryan Gaskin, their 3rd round pick just yet.
Forehand.
And Blue, at least his team will give him a round of applause himself for the effort to save it to only +1. Both teams happy. The Ridge still the only ones winning. Under 6 minutes left to play before women's singles takes the action. Baker trying to find some offensive forehand. Something interesting about Baker that you have to wonder as a coach. Not too long ago, he was using a completely different racket. And here he shows up for his first opening night to switch rackets. How important is that? Is it a dangerous thing to try to change rackets during such a big moment when you didn't have as much time?
No, I mean, I don't think so. Look, I mean, the tennis season, we play 11 months, January to November, and you got to just find times to do it. I mean, you really only have 1 month in the off season if you want to change rackets. So you might as well, if you think it's the right time, go ahead and try it out. And it looks like he's hitting the ball well, Blue Baker.
I also think sometimes with trying rackets, you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Like pretty immediately. Sometimes even if you're going like mini tennis short court, you're like, yeah, no for me. Or, hey, I could try this out. And it seems like he really liked it from the get-go.
Ryan Gaskin seen his first action of the night, 3rd round pick out of the University of Georgia. Not the start he wants with a +2 winner. Ridge with a 15-point lead. Still no timeouts used by Inferno. I correct myself, they've used 1. Gaskin looking a little bit stiff, not letting that arm go to spin it down.
I think that's what we see from the players that come in, kind of a little bit cold on the forehand side. The racket head speed just needs a couple points to catch up. It's the first couple points where they're a little bit slow with the racket head speed and make a few mistakes on that forehand. So if you are playing someone who's coming in cold, maybe attack that forehand a little bit more.
I completely resonate with that. Every time I went out and I was tight, the forehand was going for sure. The backhand felt good though.
Yeah. You get the 2 hands on the backhand.
40-23. We'll see how Gaskin handles his first serve of the night. Gets it in with a nice kick serve. Rion returns it very well. That's a little bit of a better forehand from Gaskin. Puts him on the run, but Rion sets up a good offense. Can be dragged to the net. Great inside in, +2. A 19-point lead for the Ridge. Kick out wide to Gaskin, sets up another forehand, inside out. Gaskin tries to take it line, makes it. Big shot in a big moment. A bigger serve from Gaskin, letting loose now.
Yeah, starting to feel it now, Gaskin. He's got 4 points total now for his team.
Gaskin with the big fist pump, seeing some of the best energy from the Inferno bench as we will see the Ridge use their first Emory Sports timeout of the night.
We gotta keep doing what we're doing. Settle it down, keep the ball count up. We gotta get Youssef off to his forehand and get him to his backhand. He's steady, let him sit on that thing. He's gonna look forehand. When he looks forehand, that's the line. After 2 balls, most, he's gonna look for that forehand if they stay with him, all right? If it gets shaky at all, I'm gonna throw Jamie right back in there, okay? All right. Right, 1 at a time. Let's go, come on. Let's go. I don't know the score.
I like that. That was clear instructions there from Coach Jim Harp. So just really allowing Gaskin to just focus on a simple pattern. Just 2 into the forehand, then go to the backhand of his opponent. And that helps with the nerves when you have a specific pattern that you're going to lean into. Great coaching there by Jim Harp.
What does it mean as a player for the Inferno bench? You have Terrell Owens there, one of the greatest athletes of all time. The confidence it gives you that he's on the ownership group managing the direction of the team. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it just shows he's got supreme belief in what you're doing. It doesn't matter the score, right? Sure, he's been down by so many points in football games, and he's always found a way and said, hey, throw me the ball. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to get us back in there. And now he's telling these guys, hey, you got to want the ball right now. Get physical.
And Gaskin right now wants the ball just like T.O. Kelly's down courtside with some additional thoughts.
You guys see it? Man, he's into every point right now. You got this. You got this. Come on, that's okay. You'll get it back. I mean, he is just coaching him up on the sideline like every athlete who has played at his level would do, right? And you can tell, I mean, he is locked in on every point right now. I'm loving it, and they are loving it. They can feel his energy.
Yeah, one thing about Terrell Owens, he always has great intensity, and he's going to bring that intensity to his team. As you said, he's into every single point. He's looking at the score. He's watching what's going on side to side.
Minute and a half left before men's singles will finish for the night. Women's singles coming up after. Gaskin has been helping his team stay in this. Rion going to try to build a nice lead as women's take it up. Stepping up with some forehands, but great movement and defense by Gaskin. Not good enough, though, as he unloads on an error. 45-30.
It's so important to have someone leading your team and getting you hyped up. It resonates throughout the whole team, and I think that's so important, especially in this format, right? You want everyone to be fired up. Wherever you are on the court, you've got to be fired up and feel like you're playing.
Well, Inferno needs a little bit more flames behind them as they're now down 16. Connell back in. Rion changing directions at forehand down the line, trying to attack that big loopy forehand. Seeing if he can generate a short ball, but Connell doing a great job. Tries to redirect down the line, just missed it.
Yeah, such smart playing there from from Rion, just going big into the forehand of Connell. Connell's got such a big swing on that forehand, so in an indoor hard court, it gets on the forehand too quickly, and he can make the mistakes, as we saw once again there.
See Connell overplaying. Interesting substitution for the last point to throw in the cold body. 48-30. Was this the right